Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, da doo-dah day.
Hello, folks. Well, I
Did
think
you
I like the
notice
other layout better.
None of our Facebook feeds came up.
That's because they are being blocked by Facebook. Joe keeps putting them in, hoping that Facebook will sober up.
Your
But
AI's drunk, Facebook. Go to bed.
really, they just don't like StreamYard for some reason, and they're not real fond of YouTube either, unless it's an advert. So anyway, as you may have noticed, this is Stupid O'Clock. Joe isn't here. Chris isn't here. And like Dawn, those two are at Uncon, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you
I didn't
at
know
the
I'd be
con?
on here, Michaela.
Crispin
Hello,
clean
Michaela.
with no fanzine. It's the Uncon. Never had it. Never will.
Are you there or are you at home?
Who, me?
John?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm at home.
Okay.
I
Didn't
can't
know
leave.
whether or not.
I can't leave until the fire department gets here. Okay.
Whatever.
This is fine.
It's fine. I've still got internet. Yeah.
Really?
I'm fine. I'm great. Everything's fine. How are you?
So you're down at the hotel with Uncon. Have you run into anyone we know, Chris or anybody yet? Or
Chris, yes.
Okay.
I saw somebody else. Joe Dog did make an appearance. He was dropping off some things for the con. So
apparently, you didn't go to the Chinese restaurant with them, did you?
No.
Okay, that's just
No.
Apparently, they went to some Chinese restaurant, and everyone that went got food poisoning. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great.
Yeah, like I said, Michaela, I didn't know why I was going to be on either. I was freaking exhausted, but you know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh.
I made salmon patties with homemade pea gravy tonight. So or white pea. I'm not sure what they call it. It's white gravy with peas in it, and it's got a little bit of nutmeg. Tasty.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Salmon patties, yes.
You've got, the classic Southern style gravy for it. Just has.
There are a lot of things that I have seen put in Southern style gravy, but peas is not one that I will order anywhere that I go.
The recipe I was going by, I called for fresh peas, so I had to buy a bag of frozen peas. Well, I wasn't going to sit there snap beans all damn night. And
I don't blame you.
I should have made mashed potatoes though. I went cheap, did French fries instead.
I'm
Probably know
afraid
your
my
cheat.
my usual condiment for salmon patties is just ketchup.
Um, Malt vinegar is pretty good too.
I would imagine so. I would say if I was feeling really uppity, I'd get some cocktail sauce to use instead of ketchup.
Tartar sauce. It's,
That too. Oh,
of course. Now me, I go with the white pea gravy. So uh, so
I'm a northern girl. White gravy is either sawmill gravy, the white gravy, or ranch dressing.
it's not the sawmill gravy. It's butter, flour, milk, and then you add your salt, your pepper, and nutmeg, just a pinch of nutmeg. And then once everything turns into a gravy, you have to do a roux first,
yeah.
Okay.
the flour and the butter. And then once it gets to where you want it, you don't want to cook it long because you want white gravy. You don't want brown gravy. And add your milk, then add your spices, and then add the peas about 5 minutes before it's done. So,
Now, I was in the middle of watching BKM show tonight. Nutmeg and gravy. Yeah, well,
Oh my god, I completely forgot that was tonight, wasn't it? Clever Child finally made
yeah.
it come back.
They went on for an extra 30 minutes. And I'm sitting here going, dudes, I waited to eat my breakfast until now. My wife had it ready this morning when I got up, but we were busy. And then as soon as we got home, I went and hopped on the riding mower and mowed the front yard and the side and finished up where the push mower broke down in the backyard. And then I came in. I'm going, oh, the show's on. I'll watch that. And Michaela was there, and she had some cogent comments to make. And
But she has a question now. Nutmeg and gravy?
yeah, but that's not a question for me.
Well,
it's what the recipe called for, was just a pinch of nutmeg. Yes, because it's a sweeter gravy. It's not a beefy gravy. It's to take away from the fishy taste. So I guess.
Hmm. Anyway, tomorrow at the part of what we had to do today was take the push mower over to a repair shop and check it in for about a week so that it can get the throttle cable replaced. Because when I went to start it yesterday, squeezed down on the throttle handle, which is, the entire width of the mower handle.
Yeah.
It went pop and came undone. And not in the good way like the Guess Who song. But I called up there and I said, hey, look, the self-propelled hasn't worked in a couple of years now. Could you take a look at that? Maybe the belt's worn out or the pulley's worn out or something needs to be adjusted. It'd be nice not to have to push and pull this thing. The only reason, if I've worn out the belt, it's because I wouldn't let it go full speed all the time because I didn't really like the idea of becoming an Olympic runner behind a lawnmower. That thing is fast. And tomorrow, Lindsay wants to go to Publix in the next county and go to the import aisle and get a bunch of British stuff that all the rest of the stores that we usually go to have stopped carrying.
Oh, no.
Apparently, she's the only one that bought them at the other three stores, so they just said, no. But we'll get that done. I might even get some Jammy Dodgers if I'm a good boy.
Water?
Jammy Dodgers, they're not sugar cookies. What's the Danish ones you get in the tin that always turns out to be a sewing kit?
Butter cookies.
Oh, the butter cookies. Okay.
They're butter cookies with a dollop of raspberry or cherry jam in the middle.
Oh.
They look like donuts with the hole filled with a dollop of jam.
A dollop will do ya.
Well, hey, I'll eat the entire bag in one sitting if somebody lets me. They're that good. And then we will go up to the taco stand, not the one with no parking.
Okay.
And I will be able to order whatever I want. I'm paying, so, and she will be able to order whatever she wants. And if we don't take too long in Publix doing any shopping, then we can have a sit down dinner in the restaurant. If it takes too long on the shopping, we'll just have to get it to go and drive home and eat it microwaved.
Do you guys hear
What?
kids screaming or a dog barking?
Both. I've got my windows open. I believe today was the kids' last day of school here.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're outside screaming for joy. And if you ever
And
seen,
you got them chained up next to the pig, don't you?
no, they're just up and down the street. I'm in the front of the house. So I have my window
It was
open.
like Dan and I.
And I believe
Dan and
they
I
were
had the same exact look on our face.
I believe they were actually yelling at me through the window because I've got my window open, and the dogs started barking at the kids that were, you know how dogs are.
Uncle John, Uncle John.
So are you going to meander your way down this way, John? No.
I don't know. I've got so much to do this weekend, but I see what I can do.
I flew my happy ass all the way from Illinois.
Oh, I didn't know you had a pilot's license.
Yeah, I'm good at flying birds.
Okay. You do realize that you had to pack a suitcase, go to the airport, and sit in chairs for like 5 hours, and do
you know what that much sitting does to my back?
And it's always, it's kind of funny. In the military, you have the duffel bags, rucksack, stuff like that. So you're roughly carrying, 150 pounds of gear onto a plane. Okay. And you have to carry it everywhere you go, and you drop it on there. Then you'll sit on the planes, and you hear people looking out the windows on the runway going, I wish those baggage handlers would move a little bit faster. It's not like those bags are really that heavy, and you're sitting there going, why don't you get out there and load your own damn bag in the plane, asshole? And that's just walk downstairs, find your bag, find a spot for it underneath the cargo bay of the aircraft, and walk your butt back up the stairs, and then you can complain about who's loading your bag. It's not a really hard job, but I appreciate the people that have to do it because
it's physically taxing, you would think. I mean, that's a lot of back and forth. And
with all the equipment they've got to load baggage on planes, I don't even know if physically taxing is, the right word. I think it's actually more mentally challenging. They got to make sure they're getting all the bags that go on that plane into whatever's taking them out to the plane. They have to be careful at the airport for the jet engines and the noise and the trucks running around and all sort of stuff like that. Not wreck into an airplane. And that doesn't happen much. Yes. No, I mean, there's the guy with the baggage truck that, hits an engine.
I was thinking maybe you did it.
No.
No.
The military tends to volunteer on charter planes to load the baggage because we got a lot of people and a lot of baggage. yes, I have sat out on runways and loaded planes. So,
And you got to be good at Tetris too.
well, it's military bags are all about the same size, so it's not that challenge. It's not as challenging as say, ooh, makeup bag, ooh, Samsonite, ooh, golf bag. It's ooh, a hang glider. And we don't have to do most of that. So but those guys at the airport do. It's a tough job. They do a pretty good. I have never had a piece of baggage lost in all my years of flying on airplanes.
Mine didn't get lost. It just didn't make it on the plane with us because the plane was running behind.
We have had to wait for another flight to come in 2 hours after us because our baggage was on that plane instead of the one we were on.
Yeah.
That's a goof up and should not have been done.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I understand.
After a mad dash through Dallas, Fort Worth.
That's a fun airport, ain't it?
Yeah,
It is if you've got 2 hours in between flights.
Yeah, not like 20 minutes. It was. What really sucked about with my luggage, I just want to throw this out there, was I get to the thing and they said, "Oh, it looks like your luggage is coming on the next plane. We'll go ahead and have it delivered to you when it gets here." Great. This is when I still lived up in Minnesota. Great. They're like, "What's your address?" I give them my address, which is in Rocks and Cows, Minnesota. It's not in the cities. It's, we're near the airport. Oh, well, we'll have to ship it to you. You'll get it in 2 to 3 days.
Could be worse. They could drop it on your house on an airplane.
Well, they flew it right over. Right over. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll wait for it. Which I wish I would have known my baggage wasn't on there. I went and left the point of no return and just hung out in the terminal for an hour, 2 hours, whatever.
Now, the closest I ever came to losing a bag on an airplane, they had all these military bags and going to different airplanes. And they accidentally put my bag going to one plane, this guy's bag going to this plane. Fortunately, when I saw the truck driving away with the bags, mine had a tag on it that I could recognize from a distance. And I go, that's my bag, but it's not going to my plane. And the lady at the ticket counter, I just happened to be standing in the window next to her. She goes, what? I says, that bag down there with the engineer tag on it is mine. I says, and it's going the wrong way. I says, that's not your bag down there? I says, no, ma'am. Mine just went off on that truck. She got on the phone, called them, and guy comes back. He's looking around for bags, they had like 5 or 6 people out there, clipboards, making sure they got it straight.
Hmm?
The funny part was that
a lot of bright yellow vests out there with clipboards.
Just what every employee wants to see. A lot of people with bright yellow vests and a clipboard.
I will say this, though. The family sitting next to me, which their daughter was coming, she was an exchange student. She was coming home, and she was on the same flight that my luggage was on. Her layover was in Dallas, Fort Worth also. And so we sat there and talked because they're waiting for her, and I'm sitting there. And by the time she got there, I'm celebrating with them, and then their daughter is getting home. And I had cake with them and everything. So I guess there's a little silver lining of,
Zach is going to be so jealous.
So who all's going to be on the show tonight?
I believe you're looking at them. And unless Chris gets through helping out with Uncon and pops in, or Joe Dog regains consciousness, whichever comes first. I'm guessing Joe Dog is taking a nap because Dawn said he did not look at all well.
He was looking a little peaked. He was peaked.
Did he sneeze? Because if he sneezed, he'd be a Pikachu.
Good night, everybody.
Did you see the video I shared the other day of Lori Calcaterra doing her slice and dice? She got funded for her comic book, so she did a slice and dice with a pineapple. And whenever she does that, she always wears a Pikachu costume.
Oh, what was it? I can't remember what it was. It's something in Japan. And I want to say it was the new Pokemon. Something Pokemon was coming out. I can't remember what it was. And they had this Pikachu parade. And they had like 150 people in identical Pikachu outfits marching down the street.
Oh,
Look like Macy's or Thanksgiving Day parade, but with just nothing but Pikachus. And
hell no.
but somebody went and changed their theme music for this YouTube video. Changed the theme music to the Hell March from Command and Conquer. And it just, of course, being a march, it's the same beat. So it's, I have to find that and post that.
Well, at least she didn't totally leave the channel. Michaela likes that idea, but I don't know if it's the nutmeg and gravy or what. I didn't see it until just now. I wound up in a great deal of pain after I finished mowing the yard. I was in a hurry because the H family from Bristol, England, was going to do a preview of their American vacation videos that they did. And I had like 1 hour before I walked out the door to crank up the lawnmower. When I shut the lawnmower down, the check fuel light just came on as soon as I was putting the throttle down and turning the key off. So, and I got back and I had 10 minutes left before the show. And I did like 3/4 of the yard. The other quarter I'd already done with the push mower before I broke it. But I immediately had to take a couple of ibuprofen as soon as I got sat down in my chair, because it's a zero-turn mower, lots of arm motions and stuff, and so I was hurting a little bit. Be glad when this stuff goes away, if it ever does. I'll be praying that it does. And then, like I said, I waited on my breakfast until halfway through Brian's show, and I went, hurry up, I gotta eat. It's getting on past 8 o'clock now. Anyway, 8:15, I went and microwaved my breakfast and sat there eating it while they were trying to finish up doing their show. So I popped in here right about 8:32, something like that. But I'm fully fed, and I don't care what my wife says. She doesn't like that buckwheat gravy. Buckwheat flour she got to make pancakes out of.
Mm-hmm.
It does taste pretty good. She doesn't like it because it always comes out too thick. The pancakes puff up a lot more than normal pancake flour. So I don't mind. I will eat fluffy pancakes. Oh boy!
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Dawn's Gigolo showed up.
Guess what? He walked in. I said to you because I went.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
I've been helping set up.
Yeah, that's what Don told us. You're not even part of the con crew, and you're just going, "Hey, I know what to do. Here, put this here, put that there. Here, tote this barge, lift that bale."
Well, somebody's got to do it.
Hey, couldn't think of any better hands it would be in. Dawn also said that Joe Dog did not look well the brief time that she saw him today.
No, we helped unload some stuff that HallowCon's going to use, and he looked puny. He looked really puny.
I said peeping.
Yeah.
See, you're
Well,
author. Put some more words there.
puny was the word that
covered it
came to
quite.
mind.
You covered it quite well between the two of you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. A few people that hadn't been here in a while are planning on coming by.
Yeah, Jay
Looks like their
emailed me
numbers
and
going to be low.
Jay emailed me and asked me if I was going to show up. I said, "Nah. Next thing I'm going to be at is going to be Liberty Con."
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, that'd be good. I wish you'd show up here, but I understand why you can't." So if you run into Jay
Yep.
sometime when
Always
your
have.
glass is empty, tell him I said hey.
Yep. Yeah, I helped him unload because he had a little U-Haul trailer. Had full of stuff.
You were toting precious cargo.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit of everything in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he picked me up in the airport.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
I was
That's
talking
right.
about the liquor, but you're intoxicating as well, Don, so that counts. John, quit looking at Berlin and get back to the conversation.
I'm listening to the conversation. I just don't have anything else.
you need to come by, John. It's inexpensive. And it's more than one day, so you can come by and visit, and you can go, or you come by and stay. It's up to you.
I did tell him we're going to have to go back.
Oh, yeah. Don't.
What?
We're trying to get him to come.
No, the funny part was what happened when the bottle was brought out.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell it. And Joe Dog goes, "Here, you want the light?" And I like zoomed away.
She did. She moved pretty quick. I was not expecting that.
I said I was like, "Phew." So by the time you get here, John, that will be melted.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if he don't come. If he doesn't come by here, it will be gone before he gets here.
Well, that's the thing about ice, it's recyclable.
Yeah. You have to go through several other processes before it returns to ice. But
In this weather, it might not be recyclable. So that's
well,
No.
if it's left to evaporate, yeah, it won't be recyclable.
Or it'll show up in a bandana rather than a bottle.
She thinks she likes that idea. What was she talking about?
the nutmeg and the gravy thing. I tried to find that recipe for the gravy. I couldn't find it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that what you were looking for?
Yeah.
Oh, well, here, use my glasses.
I thought I had it saved and I didn't.
You've been hanging around JoJo too much.
No. I have the salmon patty recipe saved. I didn't save the gravy recipe. I just printed it out. I've got it downstairs in a recipe book, but I don't have it saved to the computer.
Yeah. I got Lindsay a fancy recipe book that has its own color coordinated pages to go in it. It's all printed out with the same colors and everything. And now I'm having to reprint all of her handwritten recipes onto the pages that actually go into the recipe notebook. It's one of those. It's a 3-ring binder basically.
Right.
So I don't mind. I have to make sure that I don't have a whole pile of photocopy paper or regular paper in there, and it pulls 2 sheets of, one of one and one of the other, and prints the recipe on a blank white page instead of on the pretty blue one with the fancy patterns. Yeah, well, I bought it for her. I mean, I know what she likes.
She's spoiled in a good way.
I certainly hope so. I'm doing my damnedest.
She's in good hands.
I know I saw those hands on my shoulder.
Yep.
She's been being bothered by some of the ladies at church that are going, oh, if he walks out in front of a bus, the state's going to take your house away. And I'm going to go, say what? House is paid for. You've been my beneficiary on everything I have filled out since we got married. I don't think anybody's going to take anything away from you unless you forget to pay the property tax.
New church.
It's Mom's church.
She needs a new church.
I ain't dipping my toes in those waters. They're very troubled. Notice how I didn't say it was my church. I went there as a child and then learned, nope, don't want to hang around with these folks anymore. Too bad I'm going to see half of them in school. Well, I mean, most of them are really nice people. The rest of them are well-intentioned. A few of them I wouldn't trust with a burnout match. But that's neither here nor there. I just hate the fact that they keep Lindsay upset with all the ridiculous things that they believe.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but nobody's going to come and take your house away just because your husband died. There's got to be underlying real legal reasons that they can do that.
Right.
It's not like the state government's reading the obituaries every day and sending people out to foreclose on mortgages or I don't know what legal process it would be to take a home that's fully paid for away from somebody.
She speaks with an English accent. She's a witch. Kick her house.
This isn't Salem.
Or is it?
I know there's a lot of push right now to put through a law in Congress, so that people that are retired and own their own house, that they stop property taxes on retirement.
I think that is fair. Somebody has made it to the point where they are retired. You know, they've given enough in.
Yep.
Yeah. I got my property tax estimate here last week, just in time to find out that there is a legal process to get the school tax taken off the property tax, but you still have to pay the property tax, was like 1/3 of the total amount.
Mm-hmm.
That's still less though.
Yep.
Yeah, it's much more
And remember,
affordable.
$20 is $20. We're rich when you need them.
Hey, $1,200 is almost a year's groceries.
Unfortunately, $20 doesn't go as far as
Did you say year or week?
With Lindsay making out the shopping list and doing the coupons, about a year. We could go do a big shop when she's been extreme couponing, and she'll have $100 worth of coupons by the time we roll up to the cash register.
It's a lot of puzzle. You've got to put this piece with this piece to this piece and this piece.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not just here's my coupon.
Something I was going to tell Dan. There's a grocery store chain called Aldi.
Yep, I know it well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do they have one nearby you?
Evidently, they've just opened up a second one near where we are going shopping tomorrow. Unfortunately, the first one does not leave a good impression, the one that we've been to before. You walk in there, all you can smell is rotting meat and rotting vegetables. It's like stuff just got delivered and it should have been incinerated instead of delivered, because it's way by the sell-by date before this store ever got a hold of it.
I don't really trust Aldi meat too much, but the vegetables, I've never had problems with the produce.
But they carry a lot of European groceries. So.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And actually, they are, I think there are a, not a property of one of the larger European grocery stores, but they're affiliated with them somehow.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, there's been 3 grocery stores in my life. I walk in the front door, the first thing I smell is rotted meat. I do not want to even buy a can of soup there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get back out in the parking lot in my car and go someplace else.
Well,
but,
Aldi I said Aldi has 2 brothers that control it. Aldi Sewer or South is the Aldi that we know. Aldi North is a little more upscale, and it's known as Trader Joe's.
Well, I mean,
the 2 brothers don't get along.
I love their prices on things. I love the variety of stuff that they have. But I'm hoping that the brand new one is not going to have that smell when I walk into it.
Yeah, I'd at least give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it is.
Plus, the old one is another 20 miles further away from where the new one is. So,
well,
if you got to drive 50 miles to get to a store,
it better be worth getting to.
Yeah, the one that's closer to us, because there's 2 in Peoria. The one that's closer to us is kind of trashy, and then the other one is further out, but it's a lot better. So if we do go there, it's worth the extra gas miles, but it's not that many miles.
Well, the main reason we're going to Publix tomorrow is Lindsay needs to go down the import aisle and get stuff that other stores have stopped carrying, because she was the only one that shopped at those stores that bought them. There's a really good brand of malt vinegar There is something called golden syrup, which is sort of like pancake syrup, but it's distinctly British and has absolutely no high fructose corn syrup in it whatsoever. And there's a couple of candy bars she misses from her childhood and things like that. She saw that they had the British label Heinz baked beans, and she picked it up and she looked at the price on the shelf. She goes, "Uh-uh, no way am I paying 3 times as much as what we can get on the other side of the store for the same brand, just a different label." And like I said, there's a couple of different kinds of cookies that I like that I might be able to get a package of while we're there if I behave myself. Um, we all know how likely that is.
Actually, it's man.
Are those ones you're talking about, the butter cookies with the jelly stuff?
Yep, Jammy Dodgers. Yes.
Jimmy Dodgers. Okay.
Hey, they're great. I love them. I could eat the entire package in one sitting. But
As soon as I heard you out of that name, I'm thinking of that Buck's niece or nephew. No, I'm thinking of Duck Dodgers.
yeah, you are. Um, ah. Oh, and she's promised me that we'll go by the East Side Taco Stand and I'll be able it has
Sorry.
parking.
Okay.
in the back lot and the front lot.
There is no back lot.
Ooh.
It's just flat.
So to get the taco, you have to go to the front.
Do you miss the taco hanging here?
Let's just say I missed the taco. Make of that what you will. Oh dear, we still got another hour and 15 minutes.
I know. I'm dragging ass. I'm like ready to go pass out.
Oh, go ahead. Chris is there. He'll stand guard over you.
Yeah, I got another bed. I'm ready to come
It's been a long day.
I'm going to go down the hall. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long haul, too.
Possibility.
I wonder if he took his earphones out or if we could make him pee on the floor.
There's no telling.
Come on, John.
What?
Make him pee on the floor.
I don't have to do anything today. Thank you very much. Besides which, I was trying to do something for you to make you feel more welcome in the great state of Georgia.
And what was that?
Well, let me show you here.
Ooh, okay.
There you go.
That looks like somebody made a taco out of cabbage patch. Look, it's fluffy taco.
It does look like a soft taco. And it has quite the smirk on it.
Not only is it soft, it's fluffy.
It's smirky.
Soft and fluffy.
And
Good
smirky.
for you.
It didn't look like there was any sour cream on that taco, though.
No, it's too soft anymore. It's sour cream.
Oh, That taco
That has extra flavor. Do you see the red sauce?
Oh.
Look into his eyes, you know you want your taco.
Oh, God. You know if Dan didn't take it and goes out, he just on the floor.
Oh,
You
Lord.
do what I want to do.
I get the feeling I'm getting picked on for some reason.
No,
No.
look at there's a little lime next to the taco. That's bad.
I don't know. I've never minded having a little bit of wine with my tacos.
No, lime.
Like,
Oh,
You know,
lime.
like I put the lime in the coconut.
Yeah, down there.
That could probably hurt.
Mm-hmm.
for extra flavor. The lime and the avocado on the top.
The little red sauce.
And a lot of red sauce.
Thesis! Senor Taco has entered the arena!
Yeah.
Olay. Okay. That's
I did the movements before you did. You just said that Olay.
yes.
Ah.
Oh Lord. Oh, what now? What did he find? Oh, he found all sorts of taco.
A whole catalog.
A whole catalog.
Cabbage Patch tacos.
Oh, there you go, Dawn. That's
A Hello Kitty taco.
a Hello Kitty taco.
Go to the one a few down. Wait, where'd it go?
Oh, I'm sorry. Uh-oh.
You're moving the tacos too fast.
No kidding.
You know, I say that to myself sometimes.
Up. There we go.
I saw a taco with a bow tie. The one that's second from the right.
Down here?
Keep going to your right.
That one?
Or
Oh, wait. Oh, you can't see it. I'm sorry.
Thesis has seen some pretty cute tacos in his day. From what I understand, you got a pretty good taco right now, Mr. Thesis. No, it's the one that's got like.
Yeah, it won't let me go down there. That's
Okay.
Oh wait.
I've heard that complaint before too.
Thesis has the fussy.
Thesis, I read your whip, and that was pretty cool. I like that.
Oh no! Far right.
It keeps going to a new page.
Well, can't you put the page on this tab and then Brittany puts the tab up?
Yeah, I gotta kill this one to get the other one.
We have to kill this one to get that one.
It only lets you put up one at a time, and
Right.
It won't come up on the same page. It comes up on a different page. So I have to do this.
Fork. Yep.
There you go.
Here, lizard.
That's a fuzzy green taco.
Somebody good July on the phone.
And I bet it's got hair on it too.
You asshole.
Thesis, I'm afraid, as much as I would like to, I'm too busy working on Apelian for June because I have got to get it done, and then I've got to start working on July as well because I will not be home when it comes out. My July might wind up being late because I'll be at LibertyCon, but I promise I'll be able to get to it as soon as I get undistracted. Oh, the one with the mustache.
Oh, there's the one with the mustache. And 2 red ears, because sometimes you just got to hang on to the ears when you're doing things to the top end.
Got a mustache and eyebrows. Looking in my eyes.
Oh,
Lord. Green room would be so much fun right about now.
Well, just take the taco toys with you.
Talk about life goals. Yeah.
Toys for tacos.
toys for tacos.
Toys for tacos. Yeah, batteries not included.
BYOC. BYOSC. Bring your own sour cream.
Usually do.
Did you?
Yep, I'll show you.
Let's see, I'm trying to find a news story. I want to read this because it was just so damn hilarious. Well, I can't find it. I'll try and quote it here. Wait a minute. I may have put that in stupid o'clock.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
Yes, I did put it in stupid o'clock. Okay, hang on a minute. I'm going to read this. Okay. Let me see. A French television channel reported that there was a rumor that the Iranian president, Ibrahim Raisi, was killed by an Israeli agent named Eli Copter. After jokes about the fictitious character went viral and fooled Hamas. Apparently, they quoted this. The misinformation began when an account affiliated with Hamas's military wing initially blamed the Israeli Secret Service for the crash of the helicopter. They said, that somehow Mossad was involved. People are saying that the helicopter pilot was an Israeli Mossad agent named Eli Copter. Which, you have to read the spelling to understand why it's so funny. Of course, Iran has offered no cause for the crash, nor suggested sabotage. So it crashed in a foggy mountainous terrain. Let's see.
And the 47 bombs that his assistant put in the plane didn't have anything to do with it.
Let me see. Apparently, there is a joke website called the Mossad. It's a satire account. It's on X, formerly Twitter. And if you go to this web, they're the guys that invented the joke, but somebody took it seriously, and the French news agency reported it.
You would think a French news agency would have figured that out.
Oh, yes, the French have this sharp sense of humor.
Well,
okay. Have you ever tried to pronounce a French name? Okay.
Yeah.
It probably just went straight over their head that it was a foreign name, and just it's
Satire. You should hear Joe Dog song before you open that.
and I was like, God.
It sounds like something Babylon B would say.
It's crack.com or Babylon B or one of them folks. Sounds like
Mhm.
somebody would do that. But apparently the joke site is called The Mossad or Mossad.
Wow.
So I have to go back and look at it. And it is on X. So,
Oh,
He.
Lindsay may be about to break Ancestry.com.
What?
Ow.
I got her one of the DNA test kits, and she sent it in today.
Ooh.
So it's going to come back that she's related to everybody from
Napoleon to Alexander the Great.
and every country around the Mediterranean, and because her parents are British, every Viking or Scandinavian that ever visited and thought, "Hey, she's cute,"
we have
and left a little something behind when he went home.
We have traced you back to ancient Iran. It says apparently you have a relative named Adam, and he had a wife named Eve.
No last name given on the form.
No, but there's an address. 1 Garden of Eden. Remember when we used to make out to this hymn? Okay, that was one of the greatest lines from The Simpsons of all time.
I'm still jealous that my dad got to see them in concert.
Who, The Simpsons?
No.
Iron Butterfly.
Yep.
You know, the more you tell us about your dad, the cooler I think he is.
Well, you guys get to talk to him if you want on Monday night.
Well, I do. Friday nights.
You know,
We saw Zeppelin twice.
that time
Twice
frame,
more than me.
that time frame when The Simpsons was doing those kind of episodes was probably the golden age of The Simpsons. Just
Yeah.
That one episode, whoever wrote it, that whole church scene was just hilarious because everything in it was funny. The part I loved was the organist, the old lady who's playing the organ over there, trying to keep up with the heavy metal thing. After about 15 minutes, her hair's all over the place. She's up there, the organ solo and.
I still remember every note of that. There's actually a live Iron Butterfly performance video on YouTube, and I swear, note for note, it is exactly what was on the album.
Oh, I know why. Let me see. Is that there is? I know why Zach's not with us. SpaceX is launching tonight.
Oh.
So
He's not on it, is he?
let's see. It's hard to tell. It's spacesuit.
But Zacky's hurt. He was like.
No, it's SpaceX. SpaceX is just Starlink satellites. It's not the. Apparently, they have indefinitely canceled the Boeing Starliner that was going to have the 2 crewmen that went up to the International Space Station. I don't know if they're going to the space station or not.
I read about that. Evidently, Crew Dragon it turned out to be much better because it actually works. Although that never stopped a U.S. government program before.
Okay, I am getting tired. Like about ready to pull a Dan tired.
Oh, that's all right. You get a bodyguard.
Is he talking about you?
Yeah, well, I need to.
I didn't say chaperone. I said bodyguard.
Well, who the hell's the bodyguard if he's a chaperone?
I need to go check on the big one and make sure everything's still in one piece.
Hey, I made it till 10.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What? So one of my clocks have changed in my phone.
You're in the Eastern time zone.
Yeah, I was gonna say my phone has changed and my Fitbit hasn't, and I keep looking at my Fitbit and then it keeps fudging me up.
I hope you do decide to come by to make it fun. It'd be good to see you.
Fudge tacos. Okay.
Ooh. Just so y'all know, I did post. I posted the Pikachu Hell March video. I posted the white gravy recipe with peas for and then
Kayla wanted to see that.
Yeah, she did. And I posted the Simpsons in the Garden of Eden, which was season 7, episode 4. Season 7. What was that, like 40 years ago?
Not quite. I remember when Simpsons came out, so
No.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. I can remember watching it on the Tracy Ullman show before they were the Simpsons we all know about. So
and the funny thing is, he did that because he wanted to keep his life in Hill.
I can barely hear Chris.
I said he normally, he did that so Fox wouldn't get his life in hell filled out. So they wanted it again. So he came up with it off the flying inspiration. So they wouldn't take his life in hell filled.
I was trying to turn up Dawn's microphone.
I don't know what. Well, it's in pieces. Hold on here.
I was trying to talk right, but I will. Like I said, I need to go check on some stuff. I will see y'all later. Like I can hop in for at least a little while.
Well, thank you for being here, both of you.
Yeah, and I hope John can make it. And Dan, I understand, but it'd be awesome.
I'll try, but long stories. But,
I understand. Even if you only get filmed by one day or for a few hours, whatever, you're welcome.
Did that work, John?
a little bit. I turned it up a bit. So. Oh,
no, I'm talking about this.
I'm going to leave on that.
I don't think it worked.
No, I don't think it did either.
So, well, I'm going to head out too, and since I did get that, I'll take a look at it probably after this weekend, or if there's some downtime where I just need to like. So. Oh, and Chris said to say that he said hello. Yeah, I said that right.
We got to remember, you got earphones. You got earphones on.
Huh?
Can he hear the computer? Can Chris hear the computer?
He can't hear anymore.
Just check.
Wow. Do you want me to say something to him?
No, just wondering. I just wondering if he could hear. So.
No.
So you're all gonna go out and have fun, like go to Waffle
So
House.
what was that?
Are y'all gonna
We'll
go out?
probably go to Waffle House, but we don't know what time or day yet.
Okay.
If once we get that figured out, we'll let you know. If
There is a moonshine distillery in downtown Dalton. Oh, that's right. You don't drink. Oh, well, that's...
No, I can't drink. There's a big difference.
No, but you could get on Donna's good side really quickly by taking herself.
I don't think I can take that over the on the plane.
Oh, so why they wouldn't.
You'd be surprised what you can get away with packing really, really well in the plane. Long as it's not in the carry-on.
It's as long as it's not a carry-on, and I think you have to have it something watertight, like Ziploc bags and all those ones. So.
Or UPS.
But you can call them and find out. That's just I haven't been on a plane in quite some time. They may have changed the regulations because you can't even take shampoo onto the plane unless it's like this big or something. So.
Oh, and I have had the little Ziploc bag with all my stuff in it. So I'm going to let you guys go too, because I am going to go pass out while Chris goes downstairs and plays with everybody.
I'm sure he will.
Now, is Joe staying in a room down there?
No.
Okay.
Oh, he went back home after
Yeah,
driving the truck down there. Then he drove the truck back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's rough to do with food poisoning, especially in that truck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's got an air conditioner.
I don't know. Does the truck have an air conditioner? Chris,
What?
does the box truck have an air conditioner?
I don't know.
Chris does not know.
In the back, I'm sure it does.
You may have a 260 air conditioner. 2 windows at 60 miles an hour.
Oh, there, yeah.
He's got power inverters. He probably got plans to go.
I was just thinking about that. I couldn't remember if that truck had wing windows or not. I think it doesn't. I think it's got those big plastic mirrors. And if they got,
I'm sure it does.
Because
John, you know what? You can come down and ask Chris these questions directly this weekend.
actually, I can get online and look at the pictures of Joe's box truck and figure it out. But thanks for the invite.
So, okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Dawn.
Good night, Don. Have fun.
Good night, Pieces. Good night, John. Good night, Dan. Good night, John Boy. Wait a minute, we said that.
Good night, you old fool.
It just dawned on you, right? By the way, I did get up at the butt crack of dawn today. Dan's face was priceless on that one.
I'm just going, yeah, you can tell that joke, but let one of us try it.
So, good night.
Good night. Have fun storming the castle. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we going to do for the next 50 minutes?
I don't know.
You know, I love how you got this digital effect thing going on in the back of my chair here, so that almost looks like my chair's on fire. And no, I did not do that on purpose, folks. It just happened that way. And the reason for it is, if you look really close, the little wavy line on the top of my chair, that's the green screen light reflecting off the highlights on top of the leather chair. So that's the lights I got. Well, here, I think I know a way to stop that, or some of it anyway. That'll either stop it or make it worse.
It slowed it down.
Well, I noticed when I did this. Yeah, there, it's going through my shirt. Yeah,
apparently StreamYard has changed some of their green screen stuff, so I don't even have the curtain fully closed anymore.
What this is like Videodrome. Okay.
It looks like you're being transported up to the Enterprise.
Okay, that was funny. If it's this is why my mom told me to sit up straight when I was a kid. I show up on the green screen.
I think I missed a trick when I got a black bath towel to go draped over my chair. I should have gotten a Kelly green one, so I didn't have to worry about the green screen. Whenever I got up, the chair would disappear.
Strangely enough, all of my bath stuff just happens to be Kelly green. But this is a very old, faded towel. So it's too white. It's too white for the show. Where have I heard that before? Anyway. Oh gosh.
I don't think we've had that problem before.
Oh, you know, we used to try and get more people of color on the show, and just we've had friends that were of color and had them on the show. I don't know, just maybe we need to work on that.
Well, it certainly diversify the opinions as well as everything else, but I don't know why that may not have succeeded.
Probably because we've got 2 viewers. That's
and we're both here.
And we're both here. So because the Demetrius, the artist that showed us up at HallowCon, yeah, he was on here a couple times. Then
lovely fellow.
I know how to get him on the show again. Oh, here we go. Anyway. I told him I was going to bring him a bottle of wine. I did bring him a bottle of wine. I finally got it to him. I missed him at Chattacon, and then caught up with him at the next HallowCon and got him that bottle of wine. So.
Okay, good.
He was I'd heard of it. I'd never actually tried any of it before, but he liked that 99 Crimes, or 13 Crime, 19 Crime, something like that. I can't remember. They've got an interesting advertising campaign. If you use your cell phone on the label on the bottle, and they always show a famous serial killer or something on the bottle, if you take a picture of it and look at the picture will move around. You'll see the serial killer be looking around, or he'll stare at you really evil or something like that, and then it'll give you a description of who the person was and what crimes they committed, and all this sort of stuff like that. So it's kind of, but
I know people that would recognize all of them without needing the hints.
But his favorite was, of course, the ones with Snoop Dogg. There was Snoop Dogg Red.
Oh.
With Snoop Dogg, the musician and somewhat actor. And somebody tried to kill him, and he shot the other guy, killed the other guy first. Had to go on trial for it, but he got let off on self-defense plea.
As you should be, yes.
But still, and then somebody, I'm not sure. There were 2 groups, I guess the best way to put it, that wanted to see that wine pulled from store shelves. Because they didn't think it was a very good image in a Christian community or something like that. And the other one was because he was found not guilty of a crime, he shouldn't have been put on a bottle from a brand that features serial killers. So it's people that were for Snoop Dogg and didn't want to see his face on the bottle, and then there are people that just didn't want to see Snoop Dogg's face on a bottle of wine at the grocery store. So I immediately went out and bought 5 more of them. Remember,
as you do.
vote with your wallet. Okay.
Yep. There's a beer and wine store in Danielsville that's been trying to drum up enough votes for a referendum to allow them to go ahead and get a liquor license, because liquor, you can't sell liquor in this county.
We just last year voted, and we finally have a liquor store in Ringgold. So one that I know of.
It's only been 3 years, maybe 4, since we finally got Sunday beer sales voted in.
Tusa County, you can buy beer on Sunday after 12:30.
Yeah, same here. Same in Clark County, actually, too. But they had theirs 20 years ago. Which didn't help me when I got off from work at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday.
Or, where it just, you can't buy alcohol Sunday until 12:30. And where that really just got me in the gut. So I was going out to the lake fishing or swimming or camping or whatever. And you hadn't planned, you get a Sunday off. You ain't got time to do the camping and the swimming and the fishing and go to the store and buy stuff. So you got to plan all that stuff earlier in the week. And,
yep.
It was a pain in the butt.
Well, yeah, I just got in the habit of buying a Sunday supply on Saturday or Friday.
I normally do that, but if you're going camping, fishing, you invite people to go with you. I don't know. Yep. We'll see, and then Sunday you call me going out. Yeah, we'll be out there. Oh, great. I've got to buy more beer now. Guess what? You can't, not till 12:30.
And by that time, the fish has stopped biting and you're ready to come home, or you're starting lunch.
That's about what time you're starting lunch. So, somebody's got to run to the store, grab a beer and the ice and come back.
Yeah.
Thanks, church people.
Yeah, and that was one thing about working Saturday nights that really it bugged me, especially like before Lindsay and I got together, and I would come home knowing I had an unopened 12-pack of beer in the fridge, open the fridge and everything's gone. And the screen is missing off the kitchen window. So somebody that knows my schedule came in and stole my beer. Once Lindsay and I got together and she was here while I was at work, that stopped happening. Might have something to do with I taught her to be a better shot than I am. And I've got to say, despite the cultural difference between England and the U.S., she had lived in the U.S. long enough to where it was not a horrible thing for her to pick up this new skill, and that was great. Made me feel better. She's got something to protect her besides a toothless poodle, That was back in the day. But now she got the German Shepherd. I mean, anybody comes in, she's not going to have time. The German Shepherd's going to take care of any intruder.
A lady with a poodle launcher is not to be underestimated.
It's a 20-year-old poodle with no teeth. I hated when he passed away. I really did. I'd had him for a long time.
I see here. Ooh, that's interesting.
What you got?
Well, I'm not going to put it on the air, but I'll read you the title and why I suddenly found it interesting. Let's see. Oh, darn it. It did the automatic slideshow thing. Okay, here we go. Every major rocket launcher from the last 100 years. And it's 40 pages.
Wow. Now, is that the military style rocket launcher, or is that launch companies?
The first the military style rocket launchers, yes.
Okay.
Like anti-tank type weapons.
Yeah, I can see why you'd find that interesting. It's right up your alley, so to speak.
See, shot that one. Shot. No, I have not shot. Ooh. Oh, it's Spanish. Okay, that's kind of. Let's see.
Okay.
Darn. See, that was France. I don't think I've shot that one either.
Shot
Chinese.
Somebody holding one of these.
That's not. Is that a rocket launcher? It looks like a recoilless rifle. Italy. Let's see here.
Who knows?
Ooh, I have not shot. I didn't know. Apparently, the United States has a new one.
Oh, okay.
Very tiny too.
They're trying to make them lighter for the troops.
Let me see here. Ooh. See who makes it? Oh, Russia makes it. No wonder it's so big. Okay. See, I've not shot that one. That was pretty though. Let's see here. Ooh. Okay. I've not shot that one, but I have seen them before.
Okay.
The M1 bazooka. Yes, the one the bubblegum is named after. Let's see. Didn't know that was a 60 millimeter. Interesting. I thought it was smaller than that, actually. Then you got the M20 Super Bazooka. This is the one they came out with in Korea. It replaced the M1. It's pretty neat because it was designed with airborne in mind. You got the launcher body in the back that has the trigger and the sights and everything attached to it. And you got the tube in the front that's basically there for guidance. And they unscrew, so you can break it down to where it's only about 3 foot long. But when you screw it together, about 6 foot long and more accurate. So it's kind of
what was the one that was supposed to fire the tactical nuclear weapon?
That was the Davy Crockett, and it was a recoilless rifle. Now the M202 Flash, that's the 4-shot 66 millimeter one. I used to carry one of those. Found out later the reason I carried it is because it contains a high explosive anti-tank warhead that contains white phosphorus. So if one of the 4 rockets takes a bullet and breaks open, it bursts into flames and incinerates the person carrying it. Got Sergeant King to thank for that one. See, M72 Law, I fired 2 different models of that one and used to train people to shoot it. Hell, I can still remember how to prep that thing for launch.
I mentioned there's a whole lot of your military training that you will never forget.
M9 bazooka. I don't remember. Okay, the M9 was the one that replaced. That was the other World War II one that replaced the M1 bazooka. Okay. And then Matador. That's that Spanish, German. That's a rocket launcher. Looks like it. Thing's complicated. It looks like a guided missile launcher. Armburst, the crossbow. Also German. That's the German version of the law, basically. See, RPG-18. That's the Russian version of the law. Netto, another Russian version of the law. Everybody loved the law. Panzerfaust 2. Panzerfaust 3. Where's the original? Oh, there's Panzerfaust 3. Okay. That's the old Nazi one. Panzerfaust 60, the other old Nazi one. And the Panzer Schreck. That was the really scary one that the Germans had. Let me see here. Piat. Oh my God. Now that was not really a rocket launcher, though.
Did you say Fiat?
Piat. Close.
Oh, okay.
P instead of an F. Piat.
It would be funnier if it were a Fiat. You wouldn't be able to repair the damn thing.
The Piat is projector infantry anti-tank. Okay. And it's kind of interesting. There's a big spring inside of it with a firing pin.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to use, it's like a crossbow. You have to have your foot on this foot thing to hold it in place while you cock it. And then you put the rocket in it, which is looks like a mortar shell. And it's got a shape chart. It's very effective, but the range, it's only got a range like 150 yards. So,
I think I've seen footage of people using
if you've ever seen the movie A Bridge Too Far, the British airborne troops were using one. What's interesting about it is when you fire that first rocket, it recocks itself so that you just have to slap another rocket. You only have to cock it the first time. And every rocket you fire recocked the thing, so you just kept throwing rockets into it. It's very short range, but had one big advantage over every other anti-tank system at the time. No backblast. There was no there was no rocket flare coming off the back of it. No, nothing like that. You could fire it from inside of a building. You could fire it from inside of a car or a tank or a telephone booth or whatever, and not worry about blowing the people up inside the building with the backblast.
Or giving away your position.
Of course, having one of these things come wobbling out of a building window and hit a tank because they didn't fly very fast. Look like a football kind of. But if you're watching the movie A Bridge Too Far, when the British are defending the can't remember the name of that bridge. Arnhem, I think, but I might be wrong. But pretty cool. Anthony Hopkins played their commander, which was pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
So, but there was that one, his adjutant, second command. I think he was a major. I can't remember the major's name, but he always carried an umbrella everywhere he went. And he got wounded real bad. And Anthony Hopkins' character limped over to him in the hospital because he was wounded too. He says, he was asking some advice, talking about tactics and everything that's going on. It says, by the way, I've always wanted to know, but I never wanted to ask you because I knew that you were just waiting for me to ask. Why do you carry that umbrella? And he goes, bad memory. He says, I could never remember the challenging passwords for getting back inside the perimeter. He says, I knew no German would ever carry an umbrella, so everybody would know I was a proper Englishman.
On that note, I'm going down the hall.
Well, leave me alone with it.
Hey, you can freeform for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I have faith in you.
Thank you. Ooh. That was interesting. All right, yeah, I'm still looking at rocket launchers. You'll get over it. Okay, let me see. I think the Russians bring in a new rocket launcher every year for the last 75 years. And they all, kind of the same thing, basically. All right, let's see. What else is in the news? Let me see. There's something good. What was it I was reading today that was... In major change, college athletes are set to be paid directly by schools? I didn't realize. I knew they got tuitions. I didn't know they were getting paid. To read up on that one. That's off the Washington Post, by the way, in case anybody's interested in looking that up. Let's see. Okay. Nothing really good there. So, no news is good news. All right. Let's see. So there's a convention going on down in Dalton this weekend called HallowCon. And this is actually the first year I've heard of it. So let's see. HallowCon. You know, sometimes when you got a small name like this, it winds up taking you to a military website, HallowCon. It's the UN command or something like that. Let's see. HallowCon convention. Let me see. Oh, here we go. HallowCon. Oh, wait, that's 2022. I don't want to see 2022. HallowCon 21. There it is. I think that's what it is. HallowCon. Nope, that's in Minnesota. Oh, that's Unicon. Come on, Facebook. That wasn't HallowCon convention. The Unconvention. Is that the one? Let me see here. Come on. The Unconvention. Darn it. No, that appears to be. Let's see here. What is come on. Blocked. How would they block that? Oh, UK. Oh, I can see why.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. That's not the UNCON I wanted there. I haven't been to any missile launch sites yet, but apparently it's hard to find the website for UNCON.
Look up Dead Pirates and see if it's listed there.
UNCON 21. No, that's, darn it. Oh, that is a unicycling unicorn. No, what? Oh, that's Unicon. They've got a convention for unicyclists. And for some reason, every time I type in UNCON, it goes to Unicon. UNCON. Pirate Convention. That took me to Unicon again. Damn it. See, is there any way I can tell it to ignore something?
Yeah, don't type it in.
Well, I type in UNCON, and it keeps sending me to Unicon. And I think there used to be a feature. I can't remember where. Oh wait, Pirates Festivals in Dead Pirate UNCON. There we go. Found it. Maybe.
There you go. I told you.
Pirate Festivals and Events. Oh wait, that's a list of pirate festivals. But let's see, where come on, rolling them dice, come on, UNCON. Tennessee Pirate Fest, Harriman, Tennessee. Ooh, that was last weekend. Oh, last weekend and this weekend. That's a 2-week convention or 2-weekend convention. Where's UNCON? Right. There we go. Dead Pirates UNCON. sent me to the Facebook page. I will post a link to it on Stupid O'Clock because I had a hard time finding it. You know how they got the Southern Fandom Resource Guide?
Yeah.
That's basically the pirate version of it.
Oh, okay.
So it's already been pirated. Yo
Yo-ho-ho.
ho. Why is the rum gone? Because it's the convention. Facebook. Oh my God. Yeah, somebody needs to be more swift for that one. They went to this Airbnb.
Yeah.
And it had a tiny kitchen. And where the dishwasher should have been, somebody has put in cabinet doors and a toilet.
That don't sound right.
How that got past the inspectors, I will post that too here.
That needs to go in the secret humor group.
No, oh really? You think so? I'm sending it.
Definitely.
Well, I can do that too. All right.
Of all the things you don't want in your kitchen.
Of course, it would. With some people's cooking, it would save you a lot of time. Ain't that right, Joe?
Yeah, you just walk over, open the cabinet door, and flush the mistakes down the drain.
All right, here's that one. Let me see. So, okay, I posted the Dead Pirate Uncon to Stupid O'Clock. Now let's read what the hell it is. Jane Cannon, Dead Pirates offered to public. Motel 6. What? That can't be it. Oh, that's 2022. Figures. I posted one from 2 years ago. Oh, fortunately, it has a link to this year's. So I will fix that really, really quick.
Edit your post in the other.
Exactly.
Yes.
Edit post. Come on. There we go. Oh, wow. That's nice. Let's see if this works. Hey, I think it worked. It worked. Okay, cool.
Good.
I was afraid I was going to post another one. I was going to have a mistake and then another mistake that's not a mistake. One of the problems with being in the military is if you're on Facebook and you start liking certain military things, everything on Facebook starts to be military this, military that, military this, military that. Okay, and it's just ridiculous. And strangely enough, if you were a male in the military, you get a lot of posts on your Facebook page supposedly from females from other countries. I've been offered, must be 350 marriage proposals from Ukraine and Russia. I didn't know I knew so many women in the Philippines, having never been there. Apparently, I'm quite popular in Thailand. Yes. I have no idea how, but all right. Dead Pirate Con 2024. Let's see who all's going to be here. Okay, Jay Cannon's a host and Jason Cole is a host. Let's see. Memorial Day weekend. Oh, and one of the reasons I mentioned that thing about my Facebook page being full of marriage proposals and such, it's Memorial Day weekend. So my Facebook feed is just full up of stuff like that right now.
Oh, yeah. I had this supposed young lady try and friend me through a post I made on something else. Going, I've been trying to friend you, but it keeps getting rejected. That's because you're a porn bot, dear. I have no time. I don't care how many other people have fallen for this scam. I don't.
I get the same problem, and yes, I turn about half of them down. But to be fair, in all my years of going to science fiction conventions, I do know quite a few people in the adult entertainment industry. Have their autographs.
As you do.
As you do. And you remember, well, you probably remember, Tracy Lords.
Yeah.
Young adult film star. Eventually got into real motion pictures, mainly through the Sci-Fi Channel. She was doing a lot of shows on Sci-Fi.
And I felt bad that she didn't get better scripts because she's actually a better actress than what people would give her credit for.
You know where I would have liked to have seen her? Star Trek Next Generation. Or Deep Space Nine. Because I think she just had that, not stern, but she had that professional look to her, like she knew what she was doing and everybody else around her was kind of playing around and being amateurs. You know what I mean?
Very Ivanova.
Yeah, something like that. But of course, Ivanova smiled a lot more. But yes, she could have been good on Babylon 5 too, or one of them. So then, wait, who was the? Darn it. The last season of Babylon 5, I think it was, the female that took over as the commander of the station.
I do not remember. That was when I bought the house and moved and no longer had cable TV, so I lost access to everything that wouldn't come in through a non-existent antenna.
Great. Now
until I bought a satellite dish.
Let's see. Babylon. Babylon 5.
It took me about a year to be able to afford to buy the satellite dish and service after I'd bought the house because I'm busy paying $400 a month mortgage, and still working loads and loads of overtime at the factory.
That was Babylon 5, right? That wasn't one of the spin-offs that she was on.
If it was a spin-off, it would have been, I think Crusade was the only one people actually got to see.
Well, there was the Crusade was a good one, but there was some other stuff they did. They're movies, I guess. Let's see. Jeffrey Sinclair. Tracy Scoggins played Captain Elizabeth Lockley in 21 episodes in 1998.
Yeah, I know that name.
That was the one I was trying to remember. And so I was trying to remember, didn't she's been in Star Trek too. She played a Cardassian at one time or another. She was a model. Okay.
Yeah.
In Europe. Let's see here. She was born in Galveston, Texas. Her full name is Tracy Dawn Scoggins.
Hey.
She was married to John Connolly.
Okay.
Had a recording deal in France, singing in an all-girl rock and roll group called Phantasm.
I think I've heard of them, but I can't remember anything they ever did. So I probably have just read the
She was
name.
in a couple of their early music videos singing. So. She says her favorite author is Neil Gaiman.
Hey, a lot of people agree.
Uh-huh. She taught physical ed. She was a phys ed teacher and had a modeling career.
That tracks.
Let's see. They're talking about all the people she worked with that were mentors. Yeah. Kirkwood Smith.
Don't remember that name.
Yes, you would. Kirkwood Smith played Red Foreman on That 70s Show.
Okay.
He's also been in RoboCop and a few other sci-fi. He Star Trek. I imagine that's how they wound up together. I bet they worked together on the Star Trek crew.
Yeah. Apparently, I never paid any attention to the credits.
He is one of those stars that you know the character, but it's hard to remember their name. I would say B star, but that's some of my favorites because there's these two guys, and it never fails. I always remember their damn names, but they were in a lot of stuff together, and they were in things like 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop, and things like. I just think that they were not the main characters, but they're guys you know from just like everything.
Yeah. Oh, it's that guy and the other guy. Yeah.
Tracy Scoggins auditioned for the role of Catherine Janeway on Voyager.
Oh.
Apparently, originally they were going to get, what's her name, the French girl.
The one that
Joe
had a meltdown and quit.
So they went and got Kate Mulgrew. Something Bugeaud. I can't remember her first name. Catherine Bugeaud?
I don't think that's right, but I can't remember what is right.
Ooh, I didn't know that either. Linda Hamilton was also auditioning for the role of Captain Catherine Janeway.
That would be a good alternate universe right there.
Voyager versus the Terminators instead of the Borg. Bum, 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 bum.
Not much difference, really.
Don't laugh. I mean, can you imagine that? Boy, can you imagine if those two studios got together and did Star Trek versus Skynet?
Somebody was talking about Doctor Who the other day on a YouTube channel. I go, well, we also watch a lot of Star Trek. Basically, the Cybermen are the Borg. I'm going, no lie detected. Got to stretch your mind a little bit to envelop those two concepts as being one and the same. But yeah, you could pull that off.
Okay. You know how if you say something in front of your computer, it will automatically bring up the advertising, for what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I clicked off of whatever we were looking at just a moment ago, went back to Facebook, and it says, "What is Borg drinking and why is it a dangerous trend?" An expert explains.
They never wash the straws. I don't know. I watched the thing about this soon to be banned military grade walking stick, which is basically a Swiss Army knife of walking sticks.
I've seen that. Yeah, it's kind of neat, but you know what I noticed it doesn't have that it needs? It doesn't have locking pins.
You know what else it doesn't have that it needs? about a $75 list price tag.
Well, it is it is a neat little gizmo. But
Yeah,
it's
it is, but
instead of a
it's
survival,
aluminum. It's not like it was made out of titanium or something.
but
It's priced like it was made out of titanium.
what is board drinking and why is it a dangerous trend? And then go down here. It says, "Woohoo! We haven't partied like this since assimilation. I have a great idea. Let's steal a starship. Yeah, boy."
Don't go any further down that rabbit hole. You'll find the porn. Believe me, if there's one thing I have learned off of all my time online, eventually every concept humanity has been able to come up with will have a porno made about it.
I believe that is Rule 34 or Rule 34B or something like that. If it's on the internet, there's porno of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the joke at the time, I can't. There's this thing they used to have called flying toasters. They used to make software for computers.
Yeah, I remember it.
And I think they actually came up with Rule 34. And one of the things somebody did when they announced Rule 34 was they showed a picture of two toasters copulating.
There was something. I mean, somebody dared me, or I was really, really bored that day.
You did not copulate with a toaster, did you?
No, I did not. And if I did, it was unplugged and consensual. But no, I actually did a web search for.
Hold that thought. Web search.
All right.
Web search. Okay.
I did a web search for a certain subset of fandom of which I am, however mistakenly, considered an expert, or at least the only one we can get a hold of. And porn as the modifier. As Cthulhu is my witness, I did not know that a couple of my friends had done this as a prank.
Told a friend of mine, we were making dinner. This was when the internet was really getting popular. Yeah, had a pack of chicken breast. And I said, He says, "Why don't we cook that for dinner?" She's like, "Yeah." He says, what are you going to do with them? I said, "Well, I don't know. What do you?" Said, "Well, why don't you go get on the internet, look up chicken breast recipes." So she goes on the internet and she goes, "I don't think I typed that in right." I come in there and it was all pictures of breast, women's breast. And I don't know how she managed to pull that one off. But
there was one that was a joke for quite a while. Basically, you'd buy a chicken or a turkey and split the skin and cut a lemon in half and strategically position the lemon halves and then cook it. Certainly looked odd, but enticing.
Strangely enough, lemon chicken is actually one of my favorites. So
yeah, I get it as lemon pepper chicken wings. I like that. And I've actually figured out a way to use the lemon pepper seasoning from the spice aisle and a little bit of the powdered ranch dressing and sour cream make a really good chip dip. But you have to get the proportions just right because the ranch dressing and the lemon pepper is really strong.
Yes.
It doesn't take much to flavor an ounce or two of sour cream. If you get too much, it's not going to taste all that good, but you still can't throw it away because you've wasted all that money on the expensive sour cream.
Sour cream. That's it.
Hmm.
There's this. It's a type of yogurt. It's Mediterranean, Middle Eastern yogurt called labna, and it's like the next step up from Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
It's thicker and creamier and makes better dips and sauces and stuff like that. But it's
Okay.
hard to find. It's hard to find around here. I found our local Ingles used to carry it. They don't carry it anymore. So I've gotten stuck with Greek yogurt, and it just doesn't work the same. So.
Yeah. I imagine so.
Well,
mm,
it's about that time
yes, it is.
where we say goodnight to everybody. I want to thank Dawn, Chris, and the regular band of miscreants here. Thesis for showing up and talking with us. And Michaela, I posted that nutmeg recipe on the Stupid O'Clock page or group. Stupid O'Clock group, not the page. I don't know if that works that way anymore.
Don't know. Hopefully Facebook will sober up and start allowing our videos again. If not, then there's going to be a whole lot less Facebook traffic.
No kidding. Don't do that, John. Almost dropped my mouse and about clicked on something, and I don't know what I was about to click on. Okay. Good night, everybody. Good night, Dan.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, hey, go to Dan's show because he ain't got anything else to do tonight.
Really? If nobody shows up?
Good night, everybody.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings.